Here, Nautical Pride Sport Fishing. We got a special guest today, Mr. Eric Simmons with Fatfish Designz. Got us a little bit of. Really glad to have him out on the water with us tonight. We've about got this bait tank filled up. He ain't been cutting these things no slack tonight. Okay, 2 at a time, burning them up. I believe we may have timed tonight right. I think we're in for a hot bite. Y'all stay tuned. If you like what we're doing, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Let's get it. So, some of you guys may know this gentleman right here. Some of you may not. But if you don't, Eric, why don't you tell the people exactly who you are, what it is that you do?
My name's Eric. I own and operate a company called Fatfish Designz. We make the baddest cutting boards on the market. We have the most design options, the most color options. Mr. Cook's got one on his boat himself.
That's right.
Nobody on the market makes them like we do. Any design, tons of colors. Check us out, fatfishdesignz.com.
Now, something that I want to touch note on is, some of you guys know me, some of you just follow us on here, but we fish probably 7 days a week, year-round. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're in the Chesapeake Bay saltwater fishing or we're out here on the James River or one of the other tidal rivers in Virginia. And one of the things that I can truly say is that I test my gear to the absolute max. That being said, I got this cutting board probably a year ago. And I just want to talk about how well this thing is held up. I mean, you got a couple of little knife marks here and there, but I'm hard on stuff, guys. This thing still looks like it just about came to me in the mailbox. About sundown, it's about that time these fish are going to really start schooling up together. During the day, these shad, they really scatter out. You won't find them in big bunches a lot of times. It's very rare, especially this time of the year, but at nighttime, they know they're a little bit more protected in numbers. So they're going to school up together. Right now we're just kind of scanning across this little cove. You can see a bunch of fish right on the right side of our side image in there. We'll come over here, see if we can get a big old net of getting this cat. Now we're not in super deep water right now. We're kind of relatively shallow, about 10 foot. So before you really start to pull up this net, you want to really get it an angle, and you want to just kind of pop that line and really drag the bottom of that net across there so you don't pull up and you don't lose any fish when you start throwing this net. So we're going to start our night on these drop-off contour lines. Theoretically, this time of the year, these fish are active on this part of the river. They're going to be looking for food and they're going to be traveling. So the first way to really establish if these fish are in fact on the move is to set up on a highway. See if we can find them moving around. A lot of bait holding at about 20 to 25 foot of water. We got some good sizable marks. I would identify these as catfish any day of the week. So we're going to set up on them and we're going to see what happens. On there. Pull up. He destroyed that rod. Quick, fast, in a hurry. The drift sock's in it?
Well, it just, I'm right on it.
Come down with him a little bit. Get him out of that motor. Start swinging him over. Oh. Get him out of the motor. Get him out of the motor. There you go. 0 to hero. Just like that. If you gotta back the drag off, back him off. I mean, that line is tough, but
Where's the drag on this one?
star drag. That's a really aggressive fish. There you go. Let's see what we got here. It's hard to tell this time of the year, man. Sometimes these fish can be 20 pounds and they'll hit like that. Other times they can be 90.
I think this thing is a little more than 20.
Oh yeah, that is a freaking giant. Oh my gosh. That's why you come to the James River, son. Dude, that's a freaking toad. Oh shit. Give me some. Oh man. That's a toad. That's a toad. He's gonna be a little thin right now with the spawn. But that fish is fatter. That fish will probably go 80. Man. That is a freaking giant. That's a big male right there. That's why you come to the James River, guys. Oh man, what a beautiful fish. That's a big male right there. You see that big meaty head? Oh, he's pissed off. See that? I want to find the fish that put that on that fish's head. Solid fish.
New PB.
New PB.
72 and a half.
72 and a half.
Just come off the spawn. Beautiful fish.
Yeah, he's been guarding them babies. Dude, what a heck of a fish. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get this fish back. Oh man.
Fish. New PB. Nautical prize sport fishing, baby. Check them out.
Yes, sir. Let's get another one. We sat in this spot for probably an hour with not much going on. We caught a couple of small fish. I can't remember. I may have got some of them on film. Some of them I may not. Now, granted, we didn't really have a choice. You know, the wind was kind of blowing up our tail anywhere else on the river, and we didn't really have much current. So we kind of sat here. We knew there was fish here, but we just kind of had to wait them out. We really didn't have another choice. That's not really my style. Anybody that knows me and follows us knows I like to run and gun. I like to stick and move, get in there and get out. I pulled up into too many spots, and within 5 minutes, rods start going down, and that's just kind of my philosophy. Go find them. But you can always learn something on the water. I don't care how much time you spend out here. And tonight, sometimes running and gunning isn't the best option. Sometimes it can hurt you. Now, typically I wouldn't have sat here for an hour if I had other options. But that being said, we knew there was fish here and we had to wait them out. Now, if things were perfect, we would have never sat here long enough to catch that fish, is the point I'm trying to make. So I guess, long story short, if you have confidence that you know fish are holding in an area, sometimes it can't hurt to wait those fish out and wait for that big bite. There you go. Get it out of there. I knew he was going to come out of there. I don't know how big he is, but if we had a good shot at a good one, if he gets tangled up, let him get tangled up. You can put pressure on him. You ain't gonna break that rod. It'll be a good one right here. You need me to move rods, or you got them? You're a professional. I ain't got to do nothing. Yeah, this is gonna be a good fish right here. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
See that?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, you're not going to be able to go up any higher than that. I don't know how we're going to...
I'm going to walk in the boat somehow.
Does it feel like a big fish?
He's decent. I mean, not super sized, but he's decent fish. Not as big as the first one.
It's a freaking whisker seeker rattle. Oh yeah. That's a jump though. This one might give you a run for your last one.
Don't do me like that. Oh.
I don't know. Almighty. Dude, that fish is undoubtedly heavier than your last one. I knew it was going to come out from over there. What did I tell you when we got here?
You said it was going to be one in here.
Well, guys, we got a fat fish and the owner of Fatfish Designz.
2 PBs,
2
one
PBs,
night.
2 PBs, one night. I can't think of anything else clever right now, but we're gonna get this fish picked up and get some pictures and get her back. Oh. Look at that, guys. This is a freaking giant right here. 270s, one night. Gosh, I love post spawn. And I love the James River. And I love my mama. And Jesus. Let's get this fish back. Whew. Gosh. What made you want to come into the fishing industry?
Well, it was kind of an accident, actually. A buddy of mine needed some plastic parts cut, and I had a CNC machine. Gave it a try. And it was like cutting butter. It was beautiful. No dust. Chips were sucked up in the vacuum. And then just kind of took off from there. Started trying a few things and noticed there was a spot in the market that needed to be filled for cutting boards. Custom cutting boards. And that's how it all got started.
So you were originally doing wood products. Okay. And you got into the Kusa board or Starboard.
Starboard, yep.
Starboard. What did you do before all? I mean, where did the machining background even come from?
I started, my first job I ever had was in the cabinet building industry. My uncle got me into it. So I've done woodworking pretty much my whole life. I got a degree in architecture and engineering, and it just kind of all came together. Using all my skills as far as cabinet building and fishing and making something that everybody can use, and knowing the products that I make, I use myself based off of ideas and situations that I found myself in, like tripping on my rods in the boat. Need to store them a better way. Same thing with the anchor box. Old crate just didn't last.
Yeah.
So a lot of the products that I have are based off ideas in the past that just didn't work.
Or just simple solutions
to make them better.
Yeah. So, is there anything that you do outside of the fishing industry? I mean, I know relatively, because I have a lot of your products on my boat, but outside of the fishing industry, I mean, what is the limit? Like, to the point to where, is there anything that you can't do and can't build when it comes to the starboard and wood?
The only limitations to the starboard is the fact that it comes in a 4x8 flat sheet, which doesn't allow for it to be bent in a lot of circular shapes, so to speak. That's really the only limitation.
I got you. And you assemble everything as far as your products in-house?
Yes, sir.
In shop. You do it all. It's almost like a, not going to say a one-man show, because I mean, what I do for a living is kind of a one-man show, but you know, I have support from people, but you're pretty much a one-man shop. You know, you do everything.
Yep. My wife helps me out doing a lot of the paperwork and packaging side of things, but it's all me in the shop as far as fabrication, design ideas, all that comes straight from me.
I know your products personally have made my life a lot easier, a lot more organized, and in return makes me more efficient on the water, which is as I mentioned earlier, a huge deal to me. I cannot stand when things don't have a place. I've been on boats before where stuff is just everywhere. You're tripping over I can't do it. It drives me crazy. I guess having my boat organized is probably the only thing in my life that is organized and clean. So I appreciate you and your products very much. I appreciate you coming out and fishing with us tonight.
It's been an awesome time here at Nautical Prize Sport Fishing tonight.
Yeah.
New PBs in the boat.
That's right.
Hey guys, check out Nautical Prize Sport Fishing. He'll get you on the fish.
Yep. And happy birthday to this man right here.
Yes, sir. 42 never looked so good.
That's damn 42, man. Shoot, man. I'll make you blush here in a second. But anyway, guys, we appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you guys on the water and on the next one. Later.